known that I've loved to garden since I was a kid, and I've actually grown a couple of things in this same house that over time have become wild, like my strawberry, but I was blessed with a green thumb, so because I'm back, I've decided to use my powers for good and bring the front yard garden to life. In my opinion, it's a small garden, but I'm proud of it. I really care about the environment and the little things we can do to make the world a better place, so I planted a lot of flowers and it is quite extensive, so let me give you a tour. And now for the pollinator buffet garden tour. So in my pollinator buffet, I have sunflowers, marigolds, zinnias, cosmos, daylilies, canna lilies, roses. They're looking a little sad though. My canna lilies have grown so much. Now they're like almost my height, which is crazy because they started off like tiny, and canna lilies come back every year, so I never had to replant them. They just come up every year and they look beautiful this year because I really put some TLC into them to help them flower. Sorry, the lighting is kind of atrocious but I put some fertilizer and I made sure I know that they're heavy feeders, so I made sure that I feed them as often as they need in order for them to flower this year, and I think I did a pretty good job. My sunflowers, they started out yay high and now they're so tall. A lot of bugs and caterpillars and stuff love this plant, but they're nice and stocky and strong. I really want to know what I can do to feed them more because they do look a little bit lifeless because of all the animals feeding off of it. Most of my flowers haven't exactly flowered yet because I did grow them from seed, and it kind of takes a while for them to be established, especially after pinching them like you do with the other flowers. But some flowers really take their time, focusing on leaf growth first before they get flowers, and I think a flower is coming soon because they are still babies. Keep that in mind. Everything that I have here is still like a baby version of the plant that they're supposed to be. Now, this pollinator garden, I am very excited and proud to show you because I did that, period. These are my cosmos, marigold, and I got zinnia over here. And these are my main flowers that I grew this year from seed. And what I've been tending to the most, under this bed is a cardboard box that I laid out and then put topsoil on top so that the animals can eat the cardboard, break it down, and it becomes compost for my seeds. And I left it there for a month before I even put the seeds down so that I could ensure that they were gonna be fed and not blocked by the cardboard. This is my first zinnia that's growing a flower. I know y'all see that. All of my other plants in this section haven't gotten that big yet and that established, but I'm very proud of this section. I started this garden in March and now it's June, and as you can see, my zinnias, cosmos, and marigolds are very bushy and growing multiple stem leaves because I did this method that it was recommended to do with these types of flowers, which is pinch them. I'm going to show you on this cosmo how to pinch a cosmo. So first of all, it has to have at least 3 to 4 true leaves. As you can see, this one is more than a foot tall, so it definitely has enough to be pinched. And then you see in this spot right here where there is a stem coming out of the middle of 2 true leaves, you just want to take that and pinch it right off. What this does is tell the plant to send new shoots out of this spot that we pinched, and 2 stems will grow here instead of 1. This is my greatest cosmo. It is the strongest cosmo I have. As you can see, the stem is very, very thick compared to my other cosmos, and it's very bushy and tall. I'm so proud of it, and I can't wait to see the flowers that I think are growing out of here. I think they're growing out of here soon. I'm not too sure, but the flower will come out of here, and as you can see, I pinched it quite a lot, so it'll have one here, one there, one there, one there, a lot on that one cosmo. Look how bushy it is. Wow, I just love the look of plants when they're loved. Marigolds are those types of flowers where when you pinch them, they get very, very bushy. This is a marigold that I'm growing in a pot because I want to put it in the same pot as my tomatoes. When they get big enough to transplant, I'm going to transplant them into 15-gallon pots with marigolds in it and basil to help pollinate the flowers on the tomato once they grow and also deter pests. But marigolds, as you can see, this is what a freshly pinched marigold seedling looks like. It already has 4 sets of true leaves. And then as you can see, it has 2 sets growing at the bottom and then 2 sets growing in the middle. This was freshly pinched, so I'll show you guys what it looks like later on. But this marigold, as you can see, is a lot fluffier. I started pinching this one like at the same age as the one in the pot, and as you can see, it's nice and bushy. Because of how happy it is, will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least flowers, which I'm so excited to see. It's nice and strong because I grew it outside in the wind. This is just amazing. Looking at these plants that I really grew from seed gives me such joy. Like next month when everything starts to bloom, it's just gonna look so beautiful, and I can't wait to show that to you guys. I know that it's kind of underwhelming looking at a garden tour with nothing bloomed, but you just have to see the beauty and what you can do when you take out the time and dedication and you put love and nurturing and that motherly feeling that us women have, pour it into something else living like a plant. Another thing about gardening is it grounds you, it's connecting with nature, and it helps you realize that life is just about doing things that make you happy, living, and just being. Plants really embody that, just being. So behind my pollinator garden actually is my daylilies. These yellow flowers that you see, they bloom in one day. After that one day, you have to pluck off the spent flowers, like the old ones that are turning brown. And because they bloom every day, there is a lot. So let's get to plucking some off. Other than tomatoes, I do have a lot of other fruit that I want to grow, but currently I am growing cantaloupe. This is my cantaloupe plant. It's actually 2 plants. One is definitely bigger than the other. Let me get over here and show you. This one is a little skimpy wimpy one, but it seems to be doing good to me. And then this one is my bigger one. I'm very scared to like look under here because animals love cantaloupe leaves and stuff. But so far I see an abundance of male flowers. I don't see any female flowers yet. I think that's one. I'm not too sure. But my cantaloupe is growing so beautifully. I'm so proud of it. It looks like it has like 3 different stems coming out. And this is one of them. This is one of the like other parts of the one big cantaloupe. And then it seems to be one also over here. That's so beautiful. Because we've lived in this house for like literally ever, and I've been planting stuff in the ground since as long as I can remember, there is like strawberry plants running rampant around the property. This is one of them. They're just wild strawberries. I took a strawberry and grew seeds from that, and I didn't think it would work, but it did. And it's been 6 years and it's just growing wild. So I found a couple plants and I'm nurturing them so that they can become the mother plants and we could actually have some edible strawberries. Because although it does have a flower and it does grow a strawberry, the strawberry is not big, juicy, and edible like how the strawberries are at the grocery store, but that is fixable. So let me show you what I've done. These are my 2 mother strawberry plants. They definitely need some water, but look at them. I personally think I did a good job at getting them to look as healthy as possible. If y'all see what they looked like before, y'all will call me a magician. But these strawberry plants will grow strawberries next season, and we'll have a grocery store store full of strawberries without ever having to go to the grocery store. And we'll have a grocery store of cantaloupes and a grocery store of tomatoes. And we are growing a couple avocado trees too. It's our tallest avocado plant, even though it's a little leggy. We do have a shorter one, but it's a lot heavier to pick up. But yeah. And I'm not sure if you've seen the apple seeds that we have. We grew apple seeds too. This is the result of just soaking them for a couple of days after leaving them in the refrigerator for a while. And then, yeah, putting them in some 4-inch pots. It is very dry today, so I'm going to water my garden. Y'all about to see the chaotic way I water my garden. I'm so excited because that means that that female flower can potentially become a cantaloupe. Put the cherry tomato in the pot. I'm so excited. This is so cute. I don't like that Southern people just honk their cars as saying hi, because I really don't know your car. And then one time this person was like, yeah, I honked at you. And I'm like, I didn't see your car. Oh, it was a rental. So how was I supposed to know it was you? New York, you don't look at a random car that's honking at you, but in North Carolina, you do. This is what my cherry tomato is looking like. Actually, I lied. I'm filling her up some more. I'm calling her a her. I'm excited to see how this grows, but I really have nowhere to put it. This one is growing the tallest, so I'm just gonna pinch. I won't pinch them, I'll snip them to make it better. I like to still leave the roots in there so that they can decompose and add natural nutrients to the soil. Even though I don't think it's gonna be in there that long. I mean, this is an apple tree, you know? I'll figure out what exactly to do with this whole garden space in my next video, because these next couple of weeks is like big for most of the things that I'm growing. Big changes are gonna be happening soon, so stay tuned for the next gardening video. I love spring and summer gardening, but this is the result of my spring garden. Like, this is the result of everything that I've started this year. Everything that you've seen, except for the canna lilies, the daylilies, and the roses, I started. Just saying what I've done with it. I've even nursed the roses back to health. Never seen those canna lilies bloom. You need to feed them in order for them to bloom. And I've been feeding them this year, and same with the daylilies. And I've been picking them so that we can have longer blooms throughout the summer. But yeah, this is my spring 2026 garden, and I'm going to transplant these cherry tomatoes and then leave everything alone. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was as interesting and therapeutic to watch as it was for me to make.